Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Alabama. And we are going to have some fun. Now, I'm not going to lie, I was a little weirded out there for a second when the thing cut out. So, glad to see that the recording is good. I didn't check it ahead of time. But this is going to be a fantastic match for us. And it's going to be both aggressive and patient at the same time, if you can believe that. You'll see what I mean in a moment. So, it's Trident. What do we know about Trident? First of all, I spawned in the middle of the map, which is the worst place on this map that you can spawn, because you have to make a choice. Now, we know, spawning on this side of the map, that the left side, aka the handle of the Trident, over by C, is outnumbered. It is every single time. Every time. And we know that being on the pitchfork side of the Trident, which we're headed towards, that we outnumber them every time. No exceptions. It's just the way that the teams are distributed on this map. And this doesn't matter if it's domination or regular. It's just, that's how it is. Now, the York is broadside onto 16-inch guns, and, I mean, that's generally not what you want to see. But, he's able to get out of the way. He's not just going to sail in a straight line and take it, because might not have been anything left of him. Now, I have a special project, before we get this replay started too far. I've got a special project that I'm working on, or at least going to start working on very soon. And this special project may end up taking a video a week, you know, if interest is there. So, you guys will know it when you see it. Oh, we get a nice shot into the turrets there, getting us 14,000 damage already. But, you'll know it when you see it, and when it comes out, I want you guys to let me know what you guys think. Now, again, it's a new series I would like to try. It's the same game, same World of Warships Legends, but I've got a new thing that I'm going to be testing. So, you guys will have to let me know what you guys think. But, back to the Alabama. Now, you guys know I've been enjoying the ship, and this was in the middle of me running this ship literally all night long. I was like, you know what? I got to get a feel for it, see how consistent it is, how bow tanking goes, how, you know, leaving this thing broadside, who I can leave it broadside to. And the answer to that question is literally nobody. You just, if there's a battleship looking at you, do not be broadside in this thing. They will citadel you. Now, the Amagi, on the other hand, is broadside to us, but we laid him just a bit too much. He's barely creeping along. And you can see I'm already in full reverse. Now, why am I in full reverse? Well, they've got two destroyers, and one of them is spotted right on the other side of me. And I just happen to know that destroyer, and that destroyer is none other than Thelic Relic. I'm sure you guys have seen him in the comments below at some point or another. Yeah, so when I get into a match and I happen to notice somebody's name that looks familiar or that I just flat out know, I tend to watch for them because people tend to, you know, find me in games one way or another. And when you're in that fast of a ship and I'm in a battleship and you're sneaky and there's lots of islands and I'm hugging an island, I am in a very, very precarious position right now. Now, luckily for me, I'm not the only ship over here. Like I said, we have the numbers advantage on this side of the map. And I don't need to go crazy and push around that side of the map. Trying to line up shots. I didn't have a shot at the Iowa, but the Amagi is starting to give us shots. Now, I'm not sure whose torpedoes those were, whether they were Thelics or if they were the Atlantas. I'm guessing they were Thelics because the Atlanta only has 4.5-kilometer torps, so it'd be very unlikely that they would be able to pull it off. However, I had asked that cruiser, oh my god! Goodbye, Amagi. Have a nice day. And just like that, we get our first devastating strike in the Alabama. Not bad. And Thelic Relic just got absolutely obliterated by the French cruiser that I had asked for help. I said, dude, I don't ask a lot. And this guy wasn't actually talking, he just listened. And that's something that was kind of nice, to be honest. Because I asked him a simple question. I said, hey, can you get rid of that destroyer for me? I said, because if you do, that will free me up. And if you free me up, all hell is about to break loose on your team, or on the enemy team. Because now you've got an enemy Alabama, or in our case, a friendly Alabama, that is about to sail right out and murder your entire team. And with the exception of one mistake later in the match, I'm going to do exactly what I said I could do. And that is, I am going to murder the entire enemy team here, and do it pretty fantastically. Now, look at this teamwork. Out of nowhere, Destroyer rolls up and throws smoke for me. Now, I know in a battleship that smoke doesn't do a whole lot for me. But it's a nice gesture, you know? And we disappeared for the moment. And that's going to make it possible to roll out, and even though the destroyer has launched his torpedoes, I'm going to get the shot off first. And down he goes. Goodbye, Turpits. No more torpedo threat. It's time. I can hear Bruce Buffer right now. It's time. Yeah, I'm terrible. Just, nope. Erase that, you know. Pretend it never happened. The Atlanta has backed off. Smartly, to be honest. There's a Colorado, there's an Iowa, both with 16-inch guns. Colorado has the same 16-inch guns I have. The Iowa has 16-inch 50 caliber guns, and we are all firing armor piercing from an American ship, which means they are all very, very nasty indeed. Ouch. Not even a Citadel, and I just did 16,000 damage in that one salvo on an angled Colorado. And we're not done yet, folks. This Colorado has now decided, well, if I can't angle, I might as well just give him the entire broadside to shoot at. Why not? And as you might expect, that's probably not the best play either. And down he goes, giving us another Citadel and another kill. That brings our kill count up to 3 for the game. Now, there are still 4 enemies left, one of them being a full health Iowa for the most part. I mean, this guy's got most of his health left, and he's on the right side of my ship, which means I gotta rotate my guns all the way around the other side. Luckily, the front guns don't take that long to get there. The rear gun's gonna take a little bit longer. However, I'm communicating with my team and asking him which way the Iowa's guns are facing, and which way do you think they're facing? AKA, not in my direction, which means this is not going to go in your favor, Iowa. You know, sometimes it feels good to give somebody some surprise butt sex. Ouch. And these aren't even Citadels. These are just absolute... Okay, that was a little disappointing. Absolutely wrecking this Iowa with regular penetrations. Just straight crapped in his Cheerios. He had no chance. And then we turn away so that when he does get those 16-inch 50 caliber guns pointed our direction, he's less likely to Citadel us. However, 6 seconds left, he fires his gun, and yeah, sorry, sunshine, go back to port. That's not going to go in your favor, and down he goes, giving us our 4th kill of the game, and we're up to 131,000 damage, and we have taken almost 0 damage up to this point.
Problem solved, sir.
The enemy, however, has the lead. Okay? All the enemy has to do from this point out is not die, and they win. Now, I've been watching some jingles lately, and there seems to be a common theme among people that have the win in, like, all they have to do is not die and protect their caps. They will win. But, for some reason, people feel it's necessary to win harder. And unfortunately, in this case, they're not going to do that. But, I'm no stranger to getting my butt kicked. I've done really well up to this point. There's been good communication from my teammates, and with the help of a destroyer and a cruiser guiding my hand, or at least helping me, I have been able to retain the majority of my health. Now, I'm on fire right now, and this York is doing its best with this 210mm high explosive rounds to whittle me down. However, this is a very dangerous fight to get into at this distance. And he just found out the hard way that these 45 caliber 16-inch guns do pack a wallop when they hit you. And they will hit you because I don't miss very many shots. Occasionally, usually the first shot, you know, if I'm going to miss, it'll be the first shot. But once I have your speed and your range down, it's on. Now, notice I waited till I got set on fire a second time before I went ahead and fixed it. Now, look at the York. The York has whittled almost half of my health down with that high explosive. But I just smacked him in the mouth again. And there's a Bismarck closing in on me. His secondary is already firing at me. His main batteries have hit me, but not done a whole lot because I'm bow tanking him. I would rather bow tank the battleship than bow tank the cruiser because the cruiser's firing HE. So, you know, it is what it is. I would rather take my chances at not, you know, getting citadeled by the battleship. Now, that being said, I mentioned something the other day that was very important in my very first video on the Alabama, and that is even German battleships with their crappy... I don't know how to explain it. German battleships are not known for citadeling things. They can, but it's not, you know, their repertoire. However, when you give a German battleship a flat broadside to shoot at, let's just say, sub 4 kilometers, you're asking for trouble. Now, I'm on fire twice. I've taken a beating. I go ahead, get the rear guns around. We do citadel the ever-living crap out of him and kill him. However, he immediately returns the favor and takes us out. But we managed to get our 5th kill of the game, giving us our Kraken unleashed. We whittled all of the health away from that York, giving our team the best chance possible to win this match. And notice how this guy in the battleship is already capping B. Now there's 3.5 minutes left at this point, and I had told the battleship initially, I was like, look, dude, get into B. We need to flip that cap as soon as possible. Keep an eye out, because there's a destroyer. You don't want to get yourself killed, but we need that cap. I said, I can deal with battleships. I can deal with the York. I can do all of that. But I need somebody that's close and able to take caps, because we're going to need all the points we can get to flip this around. Now, we're losing by almost 200 points at this point. Well, it's more close to 150 now. But now we are going to outgain them. There's 3 minutes left. Are we going to have enough time to make up the difference? The answer is maybe. But if we get A, we completely stop them from getting points, and we are going to be gaining 3 caps worth, so aka 9 points every tick. So every time that procs, we're going to get 9 points out of it. And so that is going to allow us to make up the difference. And we are going to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat because of the last person on the enemy team not having the wherewithal to protect his caps. Now, I understand that you cannot afford to get yourself killed in this situation, but you have got to try to protect the caps. You can't assume that you're going to win on points if the enemy is capping the bases. Now, if we'd left the 2 bases uncapped, by all means, run away, hide, get yourself as far away from everything as possible. But in this situation, he ran away and then got caught with his pants down because we are capping the bases and we are going to pull this back. The Bismarck died, the York died, and that means we are only less than 100 points away with 1.5 minutes to go. And now you're no longer going to get any points, and we are going to get 9 points every single time. Watch how quickly the score catches up. Already at 680, they're at 728. Wait for it. Just like that, 689, 692, 695, 700. And you can see very quickly that even with about 1 minute left, we are going to catch and pass the enemy team in points and win the match. Now, at this point, the only option for the enemy team to win is to sink one of our battleships and take that lead again. But he's not going to. He is too far away at this point, whether he just went AFK or, you know, decided that he would try to run away, and then when we capped and then passed him, he was too far out to turn around and do any good for his team. Whatever the case may be, we ended up having a pretty fantastic game. Getting our first ever Kraken, our first ever devastating strike, a 160,000+ damage game in the brand new Alabama. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about the Alabama. Don't forget, there's the new project that I'm going to be working on, so keep an eye out for that. Not sure when I'm going to do it. I'm not sure when the first video will be up at this time. Just know that I am working on something that I think everybody's going to like, and then when I'm able to put it out there, we'll see what you guys think. But with that being said, the match is finally over. Now, I apologize for dragging you guys along through that, but 453,000 credits, 162,000 damage, 1 Confederate, 1 Kraken, 1 First Blood, 1 Devastating Strike, and 1 High Caliber. Not bad for a stupid battleship guy, huh? Not bad at all. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.